one of those tough conversations was about finances. Can you guys talk a little bit about what have been some of the challenges that you have needed to encounter when it comes to finances? Or you could share like what is working well for you when it comes to managing finances. Because that was one of the tough conversations for today.
I'm gonna speak.
Yes, please. I love when you unmute yourself when I can hear your voice.
Okay, well, with me when it comes to finances, um, in the conversation with my spouse, I feel like I'm more responsible. So when we have these conversations, he agrees that I can go and manage finances, but when it comes to managing finances, he still takes control, if that makes any sense.
It
So
does.
it's a rough patch for us, I feel, because it's like we say we're gonna do different, but different doesn't come, if that makes any sense.
It does. It does. It definitely makes sense. Guys, put down in the chat if you could relate to what Jazz is saying and put down in the chat if it's anything that you have found as working well for you when it comes to finances. Mr. Sam, what are your thoughts?
Uh, if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. My thoughts about that is this: uh, put it in writing, make it plain, and uh, stop allowing excuses and alibis to be how we do business. Let's put it all out. Uh, we want to be financially stable when we retire. And what's the young lady name, Dr. Lewis?
Jazz?
Jazz? Okay, Jazz. So put yourself out there and be vulnerable. Be vulnerable such that you uh, do your monthly bills based on what you acquire and based on what goes out, what you satisfied. Put it in writing and encourage him to follow suit. You know some of the bills that he's carrying. You have an idea of what he's making and take the lead on it. Take the lead on it and say, hey, here's our budget. Get you a nice uh, board, uh, poster board. Let's get some lines on here. Let's talk about income. Let's talk about vacation. Let's talk about investment. Let's talk about winning. We cannot continue to go in the direction that we did historically because it's getting rougher and rougher to survive. You don't want to be gobbled up because you didn't hold your man or your girl accountable for the finances. Things are changing and we have to be intentional about our direction. When we don't plan, we plan to fail. Everything is more expensive than it ever have been. And it's getting even worse. So get your husband on that train by being vulnerable yourself.
He on the chat.